Every 5 business days, Claressa never fails to make a fool of herself. Please explain to me why she was rejected by Papoose. Only a day after getting a tattoo of him and declaring in an interview that she would like to have a child with him. The following year, many people don't feel sorry for Claressa because, to begin with, they think she's conceited for a lady who is clearly being controlled. Second, they find it annoying that she is out here with Papoose, knowing full well that he is still married and has a child. Third, she believed Remy was attempting to ruin their relationship. Even though Remy had warned her that Papoose would take advantage of her and then dump her for a younger woman he could truly dominate. Hell, Claressa wasn't the only one with this thought. Many people were also thinking the same thing. And here we are today, when Claressa arrived a few days earlier to weigh in for her impending bout with Lee Daniels. The whole situation came to a head. People saw that she had a tattoo of Papoose's name near the bottom of her right arm when she removed her fur coat to weigh herself. And their focus immediately turned to her tattoo rather than the original reason she was there. It appears that Claressa purposefully tucked in her bathing suit so the tattoo would be visible, indicating that she wanted us to view this smooth tattoo. Many others quickly jumped on her tail and started dragging her for dirt because they weren't here for this. Someone told me that she couldn't tell me anything different about her first relationship. Was the swimming suit tucked away for us too? See, it's strange, according to someone else, to have the name of another woman's spouse inked on you. If all of this wasn't awful enough, the paparazzi later interviewed her and Papoose. Additionally, Papoose didn't sound very excited when the person filming them asked whether he would reciprocate by getting a tattoo of Claressa. Safe face, Claressa had to join him in laughing as he dismissed the question. I mean, she had her man's tattoo on her body, and he was asked on camera if he would do the same for her, and he was having trouble responding. No.
Now I gotta ask, I know this might sound like a crazy question, but we saw the Papoose tattoo, so I gotta ask, is there a quote tattoo?
How do you know that?
I gotta ask. Uh-oh, stay tuned. That's what's up.
A few minutes later,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
You know, I'm going to play the internet games.
Oh, they are, aren't they? I was saying, that is not a particularly convincing bit of misdirection there. Cover-wise, it's about as effective as a camouflage outfit that just says, not a guy on it. The truth is,
As I mentioned before, she has been involved in other relationship-related activities in recent days. She was talking endlessly in an interview a few days ago about her desire to put her career on hold and continue to have children with Papoose the next year. However, despite the fact that he now resides in her home, Papoose has never shown any interest in having a family with her. And aside from the meager royalties he receives from his music, managing her is his only source of income. In essence, he spends the entire night blowing her back out, remains at her house, where she allegedly pays all the bills, eats her food, receives his money as her manager, then blows her back out some more, using the energy he gets from the food she purchases, all the while refusing to have children with her. Darling, what a mess.
Think of that like an expiration date on your career, or is it 8 years and that's it? Or when will you try and go into, having a family, or would you have a kid and then go back to boxing?
That's what I want to do. I feel like I put too much time on hold on having a kid and being married and stuff for boxing already. I'm gonna have a baby next year. We already have it planned out. I'm gonna have a baby next year, and then after I go through my stuff, then I'll come back and fight some more, and then probably have another one, and then do the same thing again. Like, I don't want to wait till I'm 40, 43, whatever, after my career to have my kids.
Right.
I want to be able to run at the park with my kids and stuff like that. I don't want to be too old. So I think that keeping my body in shape, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I think that'll also help me too while I'm going through this whole body and life change.
According to reports, Papoose is already straying and may possibly be divorcing Claressa in the coming days, just when we thought things couldn't get much crazier. It seems that he has been snooping on her for a while. She doesn't want anyone. to tell her that Remy informed her he was going to do this. Therefore, she would prefer to put up with it than end their relationship. It's hardly surprising that Claressa would act in this way. She is a pretty arrogant person, and it's not unexpected that she doesn't want to be in a position where others would point out that. Remy was correct all along, considering how often she and Remy have insulted one another over the last few months. As you may recall, not very long ago after she received divorce papers, Remy and Pap got into a heated and drawn-out argument. She also essentially foretold that Papoose would harm Claressa in that outburst. Remy explained to Claressa that Pap was only living with her because he was unable to pay the rent, and that her home provided the sort of free lodging he needed to rebuild his life. Remy said that while she was incarcerated, Pat released a picture of him and her having the ideal marriage, but in actuality, he was cheating on her and getting several women pregnant.
Such a real one. I know the procedure when somebody goes to prison. I know the procedure. So it was never about infidelity. When I came home, I went straight through that phone immediately. I know what was up. When I had to fight baby mothers at mother-in-law's houses on Thanksgiving, I knew that girl wasn't lying about what she was saying was going on while I was saying. I knew she wasn't lying. I just was mad. I knew she wasn't lying, though. If we keeping it a bean, I knew she wasn't lying. You refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever get you, they'll see.
What women? How do y'all think y'all know what people? What do you tell somebody being broke to y'all? Because I see a lot of this like upgrade, downgrade. So and so's broke. This one's broke. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all don't know what people have. Actually, my ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included.
It's my house because I paid for it. All 1.3 million, whatever it was, I paid in cash. With my name on it only. I take care of the kid. I take care of it. So I stay here. You go, you move over here. You're a piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. The gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out of his ex house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. Let me guess. He's telling you he want a son, right? He has a son. He has a son. He just doesn't like his son's preference, so he acts like he doesn't have a son. He has a son. We have a son. I would be telling you, girl, get your from over there. What are you talking about? That's what I would be doing if that was my friend.
When Pap responded to these accusations, he wasn't particularly kind either. He claimed that in order to see her in jail daily for the first year of her incarceration, he ruined his holistic career by skipping shows and studio sessions. According to Pap, this caused him to become bankrupt, and when Remy came out, all he received in return was her cheating on him with every man she encountered and them, gaslighting him as though he hadn't been there for her the entire time.
I was on top of the world, the $1.5 million man, hottest rapper on the planet. Y'all seen it. Her situation took place, like I said, I left my tour, came back, bailed her out. When I bailed her out, nothing but expense after expense after expense. I had to pay to pack her crib up, pay to put everything in storage, pay the storage bill every month, get a condo closer to the jail so I could visit her every day. Visiting her every day, driving back and forth to the visit to see her every day. Everybody in my ear, Pap, you gotta get to work. You can't visit her every day. My deal folded. I exhausted all my funds. I had to get back to work. That's why I only visited her every day for a year straight. But after that, I had the space to visit out to like 3 times a week. Never missed a Christmas, never missed a Mother's Day, never missed a single holiday. I was there. Took care of the kids, took care of my stepson, took care of you, fed you, did everything for a year straight without working. It came a time where if her son needed certain things, if she had something in her account or whatever, she had to take care of it. If she could, she did. But for the most part, I did every single thing. That wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. I tolerated your foolishness and your cheating and your adultery for years and years and years for the sake of my child. Everything would be fine and you would still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, Rem. That's one of the main problems with you. But it wasn't good enough for you to move on and be an adult after you cheated. And I gave you numerous opportunities to stop the cheating. We went to a therapist. Why come on here and lie and say we haven't slept together since 2022? Why come on here and make it seem like that's true? We never had an agreement. Oh, you be with who you be with and I be with. We never had an agreement. All we had was you lying and saying that you're not with him. Why would you deal with him? That's all we had. And when I found out the truth that you were with him, you said, let's go to therapy. And I agreed. Then we made an agreement with the therapist. You violated the agreement again. So when I caught him, I knocked him out. Wherever I would have saw him at, I would have knocked him out. I paid every bill in that household. I did nothing but buy you gifts. It's photos and everything of it. It's all on my page. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. They hiding from something. It's still here. Me buying her gifts. All that materialistic. If you notice, her entire thing was about materialism. Just fabricating. She just recently told me she don't got no money. So what you talking this money talk? You walk around with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of jewelry that I bought every single day. You talking this jewelry talk. First and foremost, I have a cash business. So there's numerous times where I cashed you out and you went and bought things. With my money. With my money. You want to talk about property? We bought this house together. We bought it together. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you come around me and you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. I wrote one of your biggest records, man. One of your biggest hits. So you want to downplay me as an artist when I wrote one of your biggest hits. That's so sad. Look at the comments. They know what I wrote. I wrote tons of her music. 90% of her music, I wrote it since I've been around her. I wrote probably like 3 songs on her first album. If I listen to it, I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. And when you listen to it, y'all know my pen. I never wanted a penny. I never wanted one dime. All of the music I wrote for her, I never wanted one penny. I never put my name on the credit. I never did anything. When people said, we know Pat writing that. Oh, you want to go in here and say, oh, I was making music before him. You was. That's why when I started writing it, they sort of...
To be honest, Remy sounded a little resentful during that live. However, with all the stories circulating right now, people are making fun of Claressa because, despite Remy's warnings, she was too preoccupied with Papoose to pay attention. Is not only sharing a bed with this man, but she is also giving him food and money in a miraculous way. She actually went online to refute the accusations after people began dragging her, even going so far as to say that Papoose is the wealthiest man she knows. Naturally, nobody takes any of that seriously. They are certain that she is only saying this to avoid seeming foolish because Cap has embarrassed her. People share their opinions as usual, such as the one who stated, Claressa needs to be with someone who doesn't have children. She needs to find a new partner, get married, and have kids with someone who isn't well known. I believe Remy, remarked another. Remy wouldn't have gone if Papoose had been acting like such a black love king. Unless anything is amiss, women never leave a household that is content, healthy, loving, devoted, and providing. Remy claimed that Pap broke their marital vows and cheated on her several times. I think she's real. Take a look at Pap's actions and methods. No decent guy would be weeping or attempting to cure that man of his pockets if he moved so quickly. Another check is Claressa. Now, though, I'd want to hear your opinions. How do you feel about Papoose betraying Claressa? Do you all believe that? He will actually leave her. Please share your opinions in the space provided for comments below. Additionally, don't forget to view this other awkward video by clicking here.